Hey YouTube friends. So we're just starting to get some videos up on the page here. We have a couple sound clips of the bikes. Be adding a little bit more to that shortly. I just want to do a quick one here regarding a Cardo Packtalk Black with the 45mm JBL speakers on my 2015 Road Glide. Obviously it's a fully equipped bike. Full stereo, the whole 9 yards, bells and whistles, and I usually just do a 3/4 helmet on that one because I have the radio and everything coming off the bike. On my 2010 Softail, obviously there's no no noise other than the exhaust banging around in your ears. I know I'm probably going to catch hell from a couple people saying, oh, well, you should just listen to the pipes and be happy with that. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but it gets boring as hell after a while, and just listening to the exhaust bang around inside your helmet. You kind of want to add a little something more to that. So I have my full face modular Harley Davidson helmet. It's actually an HJC IS Max 2 is what it actually is. So I picked up the Cardo Packtalk Black with the 45mm JBL speakers. Read a couple reviews online. A couple guys say it sounds really good. A couple guys say, oh, the speakers are junk, they're not worth it, the whole thing's overpriced. I've never had a system inside the helmet before. I did see another video online that actually helped me with the speakers a little bit because they are big. And on the inside of this helmet, the slots where the speakers would normally go look like they're on the small side. But I figured I'd give it a shot nonetheless. So one thing I learned was speaker mounting is key. Like I said, your 45mm JBL, you expect some good noise. So my initial install, I had the speakers in the little pods or slots cut into the inside of the helmet. And that's where I made the first mistake. So just give you a quick kind of how I mounted this. Obviously the Packtalk on the side, and then underneath here, you can see that. It might be tough. I actually cut out there's plastic on the inside. I cut a little notch in there, so I ran the wires inside of the cheek pouch. The speakers are inside, and then the mic actually comes out from the side here. And you can see I have the speakers set up inside. I cut away a little bit of that material. And then what I did was use in the kit, there's these little Velcro, I call them extenders, I guess. So they're supposed to be inside the Velcro they give you, and then on the back side of the speaker itself to push the speakers towards your ears a little bit more. Mounting of the speakers is key because the way I had them, they were too far back and up to my ears. So once I used the Velcro extenders and moved the speakers around a little bit, I was actually able to get them right where I needed them to be, which worked out really good. So sound-wise, much better, even with a modular. A lot of folks say it makes a lot of noise. It's not a full-face helmet because you have the seal up top, so it doesn't seal like a full face would. But the speakers themselves, 75, 80 on the highway, on a Softail with dual fishtails, not exactly quiet. I do have a windshield on the Softail. It helps a little bit, but I can't have the volume all the way up on the Cardo unit. It's too loud. So a couple words of advice I have for anyone installing this: if you're saying, the JBLs aren't loud, the music isn't loud enough, I use an iPhone. Take the volume on the phone, turn it all the way up, adjust the volume on the Cardo down halfway a little bit. You still have your volume on the phone all the way up. Find yourself a song. I can't use the bass setting. I still think it doesn't sound good enough. Plus you lose a lot of the bassiness, on the highway anyways, if you're rolling around. So I just use the standard setting. Volume all the way up on the phone, and then adjust volume on the Packtalk from there. I rolling around this past weekend, as a good example. Now that I had the speakers where I wanted them, I think I had it maybe half volume, 3/4 volume, doing 80 down the highway, and it was plenty loud. So just take those volume settings into consideration, and where the speakers are mounted to inside the helmet. Make sure they are mounted. Best example I'll give is putting a set of headphones on, and the headphones aren't centered over your ears. They're centered back, or they're centered somewhere else. You lose a little bit of that sound. So just make sure those are mounted correctly. And that should definitely help you guys out. So I figured I'd make a quick video for that, pass that along since I couldn't find the information I wanted. Figured maybe somebody would stumble upon this and it might come in handy. So best of luck to anyone who's running this. If you have any comments, go ahead and ask. Just leave them in the comments. If I can help out with any other input or advice on this, I'd be happy to help. Safe riding.